Early access titles. ZOMPIERCER. So ZOMPIERCER, I guess it got its name, which is kind of funny seeing a game whose name is like a kind of like a combination of a movie title with just a random word. Like it's more like a meme. Or Snowpiercer is this fucking movie where the world governments got worried about basically global warming or whatever. And so since they're worried about global warming, they put this chemical in the air that made everything colder. And since they did that, they went a little too crazy style. I don't know. The world got too cold, so the whole fucking planet is covered in snow and ice and shit, unlivable. But there's one train that just goes on forever and ever and ever. And that's where the only people live. So imagine instead of Snowpiercer, it's ZOMPIERCER. The train is going through it's the zombie apocalypse instead of the Ice Age apocalypse. And so a couple like shitty things to get out of the way before I talk about the things I really like about this game. The combat is ass. There's just no way to fucking sugarcoat that. The combat is fucking ass. The graphics, not much to look at. But I mean, for me, that's not really that big of a deal because like, you know, if it's fun, I don't really give a shit. Like, but the one thing that is jarring to me, I don't really mind low fidelity graphics, but the fact that the zombies kind of look like they came out of like a cartoon asset pack, everything else was very realistic. I mean, not in terms of fidelity, but very, very real life looking. And like the main zombie guy looks like damn Homer Simpson. It's like, what? So some of the footage for me playing this game for this video I might not have because my fucking ultra wide. Whenever I record in ultra wide, it's fucked up. I don't know why. But when I record in ultra wide, some games can handle it. Maybe my PC just doesn't have enough ass. I don't know. So the only footage I have, I think, is from the stream. I think the only usable footage for this video, I think, is from the stream. And also, so I had to play this game twice because something they kind of don't tell you, or maybe the way it seems in the trailer, it seems like it's going to be really easy to get your build started on this train. But it's not. When I first started, I basically just like blitzed through the zombies, killed as many as I could, kind of sort of looted. They got on the train. I was kind of fucked. I was like completely fucked by like the second pit stop you get to. And I saw like a video of someone play it. Oh no, you have to scour like the whole town. This whole like little safe zone or whatever, you have to scour the whole thing before you can even get anything done. Yeah, since the combat sucks, if you're not willing to look past that, or this is early access, as the thing denotes. Oh, let's do the intro real quick. Early access titles. Early access titles. 2. ZOMPIERCER. There's a lot of combat. You're going to be fighting a lot of zombies. So if you're not willing to wait for the combat patch, if that's even a thing that's coming, if you're not willing to look past that, just straight up don't bother. But I think there's enough of a skeleton here for a fun game to look past the terrible combat, because it does the thing I think the first Dead Island did. Maybe. I don't know, I could be tripping, but the melee appears to be hit scan, where depending on where you're looking, it decides the point of contact. At least that's how it feels, where you can just like swing right by. It's not actually like a physical collider in the world that you're looking at, which is very frustrating to me. Yeah, I'm sitting here watching back the footage to try to keep the game in my mind. And yeah, straight up, the ultra wide footage sucks. Let me see the footage from the stream, see if it's even usable. Okay, it seems kind of fine. Yeah. Also, yeah, when you start this game, run downstairs and turn the fucking alarm off. That shit is annoying as fuck. One thing I do really like about the game is it really feels like when you're on the train, since you don't have much like room on your person to store things, I really feel like a person struggling to like grab a handful of supplies and get back to my craft, my train that I'm trying to build my home on this train. I carry an armful of things, I set it down, I find, you can actually physically put stuff on shelves and things, not just like in a box where it's just a Sprite or whatever in an inventory. You can actually set shit on shelves. So I really feel like someone with a handful of stuff just under my arm, running back, dealing with some zombies, put it in my craft, build up some walls, make a tool, make a hammer or whatever. Interrupt the positive part of this video. One thing that the crafting is not intuitive, or not the crafting. the building, the actual building of your train is not intuitive at all. I was sitting there like, you push the button that tells you what building part you want to use, and then you place it, and then I like right-clicked it and it didn't do anything. I placed the wrong thing. I don't know. And then I didn't even know you needed to build a hammer to craft. I thought you just went into build mode and did it. No. You have to go to the that's another thing. It needs a better tutorial, which I get. It's early access. It's early access, but the reason the game was in early access was so we can tell the developers what they need to change. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm telling you what's got to happen. We need a tutorial actually telling us what the fuck we need to do. But yeah, I didn't get super far because I kind of got fucked on my first playthrough, and then I tried to do another one. I actually looted the whole town, but I realized I didn't go back to like the gas station and get everything there. And I was like, okay, I'm way behind on the gaming channel. I've been focusing on the podcast channel. Go check out the Rum Dum podcast at the Rum Dum Network YouTube channel. And then yeah, I don't know if the footage of this is usable, but just, you know, source, trust me, bro. This big Goliath zombie. Like this giant dude. After, I can get kind of close, shoot him. This is after I got like my first gun, after I found it. I can just shoot him, and you know, I'll be able to outrun him. You can't have a giant enemy that's also just teleports to your face. I don't know how fast it ran or if the footage will even be usable, but that's where I think like just straight up teleported to my face. And that's just like basic shit. If you have like the big boy enemy, he's got to be slow. You can have high hit points, high damage, but then the dude's got to be slow. Or he can do, you know, if he has high damage, but he's like a little teeny guy, he's got to have no health. You know what I'm saying? Also, a thing I just hate about survival games in general, not just this game, but like just don't do this. This will make your game so much better. A tool doesn't need to break after you use it for a day. How come when I'm using an axe or a baseball bat to kill zombies, it lasts like a day of in-game time? Why do tools and weapons have to be this shitty in video games? So they literally last like a day of usage. Like, just cut it out. That's my message to all the indie game developers out there. Cut that shit out. It seems very fun. Like, it's a game you could definitely put on a stream if you're a streamer and talk about. So there's some jank because it's early access and it's independent, you know, all this shit. So definitely an entertaining watch, but I don't see a lot of people playing this. But I think it would be very entertaining to like watch somebody play this, especially if they get good at it, because it seems like there's a lot of cool stuff you could probably do in the building. I haven't gotten that far because I got absolutely destroyed at like the second place you stop, where it's some kind of business building. The first place you stop, it's like a little town, and that felt really good. There was like a spoiler alert. There's a little house out in the water, and you gotta walk on like a pier with a turn in it, and it's got all this barbed wire and stuff. I was like, okay, and these changes to keep the zombies out. I was like, okay, cool. I get in there, and I open like the loot chest, and I don't know if y'all saw that, but we had a squirter on our hands. I got in the loot chest, and I saw a gun in there. I think it was the first gun I got, and I heard these like fireworks, and I was like, oh, okay, it's the game telling me, oh, I found my first gun or whatever. Nope. It was a booby trap. It was a fucking booby trap. Now, every single damn zombie in town is coming down the walkway, which doesn't stop shit. I thought it was meant to stop the zombies. Nope, didn't stop shit. And then, yeah, I had to like swim in the water to get away from this horde of zombies. Because as I said earlier, the combat sucks. And yeah, I don't know if like the gun's range is like stupid small. And I was like, oh, this could be like a cool moment where like I'll shoot the barrel on the walkway and I'll blow up the zombies. Nope. The bullets, it seemed, didn't even hit the barrel. Or maybe exploding barrels aren't a thing in this game. I don't know. But the barrel was not explode. Yeah, I'm looking back at this footage. The combat is just so ass. I just really don't know how to explain how ass this combat is. I really cannot even begin to relay that to you. Boiled peanuts make you feel like such a fat fuck. Pretty much anything you eat or you get messy adds like 50 pounds to your mentally perceived weight, like how you perceive yourself. All right, that has been episode 2 of Eat Early Access Titles. If you like the video, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, share. Comment, like, subscribe, add, favorite, share. And I'll see y'all in the next Cast Iron Macaroni Original. Deuces.